Hello, everyone, and welcome back to King's Advisors. June 15th, 1215, Magna Carta. July 4th, 1776, the Declaration of Independence. September 17th, 1789, the United States Constitution. June 6th, 1944, D-Day. Neil Armstrong lands on the moon, July 16th, 1969. All of these incredibly important events to human history, incredibly important events to Western civilization. The birth of English democracy at Magna Carta, the greatest document to human freedom ever written in the Declaration of Independence, the birth of our country as we know it in the United States Constitution, the beginning of the freedom of Europe from a tyrannical fascist in D-Day, and the first time a human being landed on another celestial body in Neil Armstrong. But none of these events pale in comparison to the 14th of October in 1066, when the Normans defeated the Saxons at the Battle of Hastings. The birth of the English civilization as we know it in 1066. A story written for the ages. A story that we have been begging for to see produced on television. And finally, we get it. Game of Thrones alum Nicola Waldo to play William the Conqueror in King and Conqueror drama series. The CBS Studios production will air on BBC One and BBC iPlayer in the UK. CBS Studios is bringing King and Conqueror to life. The 11th century period drama series was announced Tuesday and will tell the tale of England's origins, not the origins that we saw in The Last Kingdom or Vikings, but the origins of the Norman Saxon England. Studio describes the drama as the story of a clash that defined the future of a country and a continent for 1,000 years, the roots of which stretch back decades and extend out through a pair of interconnected families, dynasties, struggling for power across two countries and a raging sea. I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am for this. The 8-episode series focuses on Harold of Wessex, played by James Norton, up here, and William of Normandy, played by Nicola, up here. Better known as William the Conqueror. Harold of Wessex and William of Normandy were two men destined to meet at the Battle of Hastings in 1066. Two allies with no design on the British throne who found themselves forced by circumstance and personal obsession into a war for possession of its crown. So true. I mean, I am entirely okay with everything that's been said so far. These two men, I think, will do an amazing job as William and Harold. I think they look the part. So far, I got no complaints. The show is written and created by Michael Robert Johnson, who previously wrote RDJ's Sherlock Holmes movie. Well, that was a really good movie. The pilot will be directed by Baltzar Kormaker. I don't know how to say that. He directed Everest and Two Guns and Beast. And he also will serve as executive producer. Now, I did see Two Guns. I enjoyed it. It was a fine movie. I mean, there was nothing like Oscar worthy or notable about it, but it was a good movie to watch. I have not seen Everest or Beast, and if we look at his IMDb page here, so producer, I don't really care about that. Let's look at director. Trapped, Adrift, Everest, Two Guns. I don't really. There isn't really anything that I see. Here's his producer credits. I mean, well, what's Beast about? I think Beast is the. Yeah, okay. So this is that Idris Elba movie that came out like 2 years ago, I think. With he ends up like fighting a tiger, I think. It looked interesting. I wasn't really up for watching it, but there's nothing so far that concerns me about what I'm reading here. Let's see. Broadcasting rights. Paramount will handle it, so I assume it's going to come to Paramount Plus here in the U.S. It's just telling us what everyone else has been in. I always forget that Waldo was in Black Hawk Down. He's also set to direct an episode and will executive produce the series. So both main actors are going to be executive producers for the series. And it will go into production next year in Iceland. Okay. Interesting. We are thrilled to partner with James and his and the entire creative team on King and Conqueror, a truly groundbreaking series with world-class talent and global reach. I agree. I totally agree with that. Michael's scripts offer a bold and fresh take on a story that has endured for nearly 1,000 years, and yet the themes are as contemporary and relevant as ever. Now, of course, the whole bold and fresh take, that's concerning because of all the other crap we see. But I think before anyone runs for the hills or anything, we should see at least a trailer, see what the locations are going to look like, with the costume design, all that stuff. I do expect this to probably be a bit of a darker show. It's probably going to have like Game of Thrones season 3 vibes. In the UK, we learned about William the Conqueror, the Battle of Hastings, and King Harold's gruesome death in our school history lessons. But those headlines are all most of us can remember. Sure. The BBC's Sue Deeks said, King and Conqueror will bring Harold and William to life, depicting their lives, loves, families, and the gripping high-stakes power game that led to their fateful meeting in 1066. I'm hearing a lot of good stuff. Obviously, this is down the road. I just found out about this today while I'm recording this video. So I expect that we'll probably start hearing some more stuff about this probably around the summer. I think they would be foolish if they did not do some sort of, not collaboration, but if they don't try to play up the anniversary of the Battle of Hastings, maybe that's when they'll actually release the show, which I think would actually be a really good idea. I'm really excited about this. I think it shows a lot of potential. I think there is a lot of good things that we see already. I don't really think there's anything we have to be worried about at the moment. Obviously, those phrases, bold and fresh take, are a little concerning, but I will rest my judgment for when we finally get a trailer. As always, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. Take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter at KingSadvisors_.